and Freilich and Purim, an early Freilich and Purim to everybody. Looking forward to this week's Parsha. Obviously we have Parashat Zachor. We also have Parashat Tetzaveh. And Parashat Tetzaveh talks a lot about the bigdei, the begadim, the clothing of the Kohen and the Kohen Gadol. It's very interesting to question why the begadim were so important to the Kohen Gadol. And I remember Rav Lichtenstein once asking the question, is it the clothes that makes the man? Or is it the man that sort of deems the clothes to be appropriate for him? So you have different answers. One of the answers given by the Ramban is saying, no, ki'ila begadim levushe malchusen. He says, these are just the begadim that a malchus, right, these are the begadim that a king should be wearing, and that's why the Kohen wears these clothing. Just something like, these are the clothing that are fitting for a king. Then there's another level, and the Malbim brings it down, and I think it's very interesting. The Malbim says, Hine ha-begadim shetziva lasos, the begadim that they were commanded to make, hayu kefi ha-giloi, begadim chitzonim. This is a revelation in terms of outwardness. Aval be'emet, hayu morim al begadim pnimim shiyasu kohanei Hashem. So really, the idea is that, yeah, they're external clothing, but they're really supposed to go ahead and show you. It's an iglui milsa, right? It's just trying to show you really of what begadim, well, sort of properties, right, a Kohen of Hashem really merits and has. And this really carries over throughout a person's life. What is it that a person represents? Those are really what we sort of say colloquially, they wear it on their sleeve. What do they represent? Who are they as a person? Are these clothing just something that is worn, or is it sort of to say that no, the person who warrants these clothing is at a certain level because it's showing you something that's really internal? And it really is interesting because at the end of our lives, Adnei of Esrim, when a tahara is done, the psukim that are read while putting on tachrichim are mimicking those of the vestments of the Kohen. We say hasira begadim hatzoim me'alav, that a person should take off the begadim hatzoim, the dirty clothing. Well, it can mean literally the clothing that are dirty because a person, at the end of their life might have dirty clothing. But on a deeper level, it's talking about the sins that one person carries on through their lives. And at that point, you go through a tahara process, one of the mikvah, one of actual cleansing of these begadim tzoim, of these dirty clothing. And what gets put on them afterwards are the begadim of the Kohen. Right, every single part of the garments of the tachrichim mimics another garment of the Kohen. And the idea is to say is that we too, in exiting our physical lives in this world, should be able to show off our begadim hapnimim, that our internal clothing, right, our internal midos, really matches outward begadim that we are wearing as well. And therefore, it's not just like the Ramban says that this is the begadim that a king wears, right? It's more than that. It's like the Malbim says, the begadim of the Kohen Gadol is really an iglui milsa. It's a portal hole. It's trying to show you of what our internal midos really stand for. It is my sincere bracha that although we will be dressing up in lots of different costumes and everything like that, they're not really iglui milsa of what's going down deep in our souls. I don't believe that the person dresses up as, Batman or Superman is just, that's really what deep in their soul is. But my message is, and hopefully for all of us, is that one day we can merit to be people who warrant the wearing of the bigdei kehuna. May necessarily get to wear them because we might not be kohanim, but when we see Mashiach, here of Yamina, we should warrant that wearing of the begadim as well. And it really is internally like the clothes that makes the man, right? Or sorry, the man that makes the clothes. It's not just the fact that we are wearing these clothing, but we're deserving of wearing these clothing because they're showing what we really are on the inside. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom.